Hey survivors, how's it going? Wanderer here. Just wanted to go over a quick video on how to both install and get started with Fallout 4 Frost. So first off, if you've never done any modding or anything before, you'll want to check out Gopher's video on how to get started with modding in Fallout 4. Once you're comfortable with modding in Fallout 4, you'll want to head to Nexus Mods and grab the Frost Survival Simulator mod. So right here's the mod. We're going to download the main file. Currently it's version 0.4. You'll also want to get the save files, which you'll need to drop into your save file folder manually, as well as the Frost version 0.1 hotfix. Okay, so once you have Frost downloaded, you'll want to install first the Frost Survival Simulator main file, and after that's done, you'll want to install the Frost Survival Simulator version 0.41 hotfix. Your save file should be located under whatever your documents folder is. That will normally be your C drive, but for me I have a secondary storage drive I put them under. Under Documents, My Games, Fallout 4, and Saves. You can verify it's the correct folder by making sure that the date modified has a recent save on it. So once you have this folder open, you'll want to grab those save files that you downloaded from Nexus Mods and just drop them in here. As you can see, I have mine right down here. They're just called Frost Start Male and Frost Start Female. Okay, so now that we're in game, to actually start Frost, you'll want to actually load one of those saves, and they'll probably be at the very bottom of everything. I'm not sure if moving them up will actually change that or not. In the load order here, it's kind of a pain. I have to scroll past all these other saves to get to them. But you're actually going to load from one of these. Let's go ahead and load up the male. It doesn't matter which one you do, male or female start. So do not start a new game. You'll end up in the room of shame, and we'll make fun of you on the forums if you ask why. Okay, if you see this room with the blinking light and the stairs leading down, you are in the right place. This is the start of Frost. Here's where you're going to actually customize your character and your special stats. So head up to the terminal, activate it. You have two options here. Remember who you are, which allows you to customize your character. Now, at first, you're going to say, but I can't see my face, I can't turn him, I can't do anything. Just go into the body slider first. Select what you want here. Accept it. Now you can do your face. It still is not great. I mean, you can't see all that well, but it's good enough. You're going to have a gas mask on 90% of the time anyway, so it's not going to really matter all that much. Once you're done with that, go ahead and confirm your character. Once again, you're going to be like, I can't do anything, I can't move, and nothing's working. Simply zoom into your character by rolling your mouse wheel forward, and you'll be able to move. Hit that terminal one more time, and we're going to assign our special stats. Obviously for this, do whatever you want, but personally, the build that I like is with 5 luck, 1 on agility, intelligence, and charisma, 7 endurance, 4 perception, and 9 strength. I'll go over that why in a second, but that's what I would recommend for your build. You've got 3 options here. Left side is the hardest start, considered by many anyway to be a hardest start. They're all subjective, really. You might find some amazing stuff on the left start here, and it's really good, but probably not. Left start will take you to the Commonwealth to the Spectacle Island start. And what's so hard about it is that it's an island infested by bears and not really any food or anything. There are some weapons, but there's no food there. And you're going to have to swim to the shore, which will give you a very heavy dose of radiation to actually get anywhere in the game. So you're going to start the game with a big dose of rads. The middle one is the access tunnels, and this is the most canonical start to Frost. Before, in version 0.1, I believe, this was the only start, and for the story it makes the most sense, but all of the starts are fine in terms of the canon story to Frost. So they're all supported. You're not a lesser being for taking this one or this one. Do whatever one you want. The right side, which is considered by many to be the easiest, goes to a highway start just north of the Mass Pike interchange, and you have a lot more options with this one. You have options to get food and water pretty early on, and less survivors to contend with. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be doing the right side highway start on the Commonwealth, just to kind of show you guys how I would get started if I were doing a new character, how I would recommend for a new player to get started, because this mod is really, really hard in the start. So first thing, you're dead, or you're not dead, all your friends are dead. You're going to want to grab their gear here. First things first, get on that gas mask before you start taking rads. This guy will have a gas mask too, it looks like. We just need one though. There's a bounty here for smugglers, and if you didn't know, this actually kind of starts you on a quest. Tells you about Troy Bishop and Marcus Iskar and Al Six Nails Duval, bounty issued by Gannon the Drifter. So, kind of a quest, doesn't tell you too much, but it gets you started at least, gives you something to work towards. There's a whole bunch of dead survivors out here, and if we're very lucky, we'll get a 10mm pistol. That would be ideal. We might not be lucky though, or, you know, decent weapon. This guy is the one that typically has some good stuff. A railway rifle. Okay, well, a railway rifle is also pretty good. Wow, just a board, huh? We don't really want a railway rifle, but there we go. Ported 10mm pistol. Okay, this is really ideal, guys. This is a really ideal start. If you find a 10mm, we found 2. Holy crap. That's very good luck so far. If you can find that, we'll be in good shape, and I'll show you why in a second. And we also got a max capacity automatic combat shotgun. Okay, so far that's pretty good luck, guys. Pretty good luck. Armor-wise, we didn't get very much, but otherwise we're good to go. Let's go through our starting gear here. Our starting gear is not the greatest, but Federation fatigues aren't bad. They don't weigh that much. They provide a decent amount of starting resistances. The rough gas mask, we're going to just drop that probably. The bullets and bones gas mask is better like in every way, so no real point to use the rough one over that. As far as weapons go here, see, we got the heavy 10mm or the ported 10mm. I'll probably use both of these, to be honest. This one I probably will not use. We'll look for a hunting rifle. We don't want to waste our 308 ammo on a crappy pipe rifle. Just not very good. As far as melee weapons go, this is 24 damage. This is 38, but it's slow. I'd prefer a medium weapon, to be honest. This is 32. Yeah, I'll probably stick with this. It has very little weight on it. So I like to assign my weapons. I'm going to use this railway rifle up as fast as I can here. And we'll put this on 3 in case we run out, I guess. No, put this on 3. This is actually really, really good too, this combat shotgun, but it's going to have a very wide spread in the beginning. So our armor is really our weak point here. We don't have much in terms of armor. We do have some food paste, which is good, and some fungal purge, and some bandages. Those are all good. I'm going to put my food paste on the equal sign here, is where I like to put it. Okay. We also got a rusted backpack, which is not bad. So you have a couple options here. The first option would be to go down south here to the Mass Pike Interchange and try to kill these guys, and we could do that. You'll find a lot of good loot down there, and you'll get some experience. You'll probably die, though, to be honest. But given that I have this railway rifle, I don't know. I kind of want to go down there. I don't think I will, though. I don't think we will. I may go down there just to get a save, though. Just want to find a bed to sleep in real quick, and there will be a bed over there. I think the first stop I would want to go here is going to be the Weston Water Treatment Plant, and that's going to give us access to some Mirelurk eggs. Just be careful as you're going up here. Those cars have a tendency to fall off if you nudge them, and they'll take you with them. They'll kill you. I know for sure there's a bed just down south here. And if, like I said, if you wanted to, you could try and take out some of these survivors. It's a bit tough at first, though. I like to kind of get over my basic needs first, getting some food and some water. The very first part of the game here. So right up here in this bus, just south of where we started, about halfway down to Mass Pike Interchange from where we started here, there should be a bed. Yep, there's a bed right here, and we'll check the other bus as well for any loot or anything. But we're going to get an hour of sleep so we don't lose our save. Especially you want to do this right away if you have made a character here and you've gotten good loot like I have. Those weapons I've gotten are very good, and I don't want to lose them. That 10mm pistol will be very, very useful because we're going to be going to the Weston Water Treatment Plant, which has a bunch of turrets, which will have lots of 10mm ammo. So we're going to have lots of ammo for that, and as long as our aim is good and we don't screw up too much, we should have plenty of ammo for the foreseeable future, at least to get started with. Oh, there are dogs there now. I'm pretty sure I can take these dogs without any assistance from the guns here. I don't want to waste my ammo. Well, that's how we do it. Got some easy experience there. It's actually really good. It's really fortunate that we got that. Oh, there's a new survivor here. They must have killed him. I'll take the lantern. That's decent. And that was Ben's beautiful thought of the day. It's either a Nogrim thing that he's just put in there, or it's a reference to something that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Might be a reference to a movie or something I'm not aware of, but let me show you Ben's beautiful thought of the day. Let's see which one it is here. If Goldilocks tried 3 beds and Mama Bear and Daddy Bear slept separately, Baby Bear is probably the only thing keeping the family together. That is a beautiful thought, Ben. I'm glad I took the time to read that. Alright, here's where you want to jump down. And there should be right around the corner here some delicious and nutritious Mirelurk eggs, or in Frost they would be called mutt crab eggs. And just go ahead and let them twitch there and burst out. Don't sit right next to them. Don't try to run up and pick them all up. They will. The ones that are going to burst open are going to burst open, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just accept it. Be very careful when you kill these guys, because if they do hit you, the poison is really, really nasty. In fact, it can take up the majority of your health. You have to kind of just wait for them to come out here. Just be careful, guys. There we go, got him. But once you get that done, you can come inside here and be rewarded with some delicious mutt crab egg. Just be careful not to drink any of that water. We don't want to drink any of the dirty water. It's not good for you. What do we got here? A frag grenade and Molotov. Excellent. Those are both useful as hell. Alright, so that's done. And I think I'm going to go around over here. So the key, what we're going for here, the key things we want are some food and some water. I guess we'll go all the way around over here. Another mutt crab here. Just need some food and some water to start out with, and we don't want to take a whole bunch of damage, rad damage or otherwise, while we're getting it, just to get ourselves kind of established, because, you know, Frost is hard, man. Here's Arcjet over here. We're not going to really explore that yet. There's some ghouls over here, and, you know, it's a risk, but I'm going to go ahead and take them out because they could be worth some major experience. Let me go ahead and put this point in. I almost forgot. First point you're going to want to put in is Idiot Savant. Let me go over the perk chart here real quick. 9 strength, that is primarily for the rooted perk here. 50% more damage with unarmed melee attacks and melee attacks, as well as 50 damage resist, is very, very good. Between this and the toughness perk, which gives you 10 resist per point, you get 100 damage resist to ballistic weapons and melee weapons, and that's like wearing a full set of combat armor. It's really, really good. 4 perception is primarily for locksmith. With the bobblehead you can get duck and cover, which is also very, very good. This replaces the demolition expert perk, and instead of increasing your damage with explosives, it reduces the damage taken by explosives by 25, 50, 75, and 95%. And even with 95% less damage from explosives, the Fat Man and the missile launcher will still one-shot you very, very easily. But it's still good because it makes it so that you don't trip mines, which is extremely nice, because later on that's what's going to kill you is mines. Endurance, we need lots of endurance because endurance is life, and the time to kill in Frost is very, very low, and that means that if you get shot even once by a pipe rifle with low endurance, you're just dead. You're just going to fall over. Later on we're going to get pretty much everything in this tree except for probably Cannibal and maybe Leadbelly, because it sounds really useful to not take any radiation from eating or drinking stuff, but in reality, if you eat or drink stuff that would give you radiation, you're going to get sick. Charisma, you only need 1, just for the Wanderer perk. If you're going with my build, you only need 1. That's just for the Wanderer perk. At max rank, you're going to get 3 times experience from all kills, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Between this and Idiot Savant, which gives you 5 times kills, when Idiot Savant procs, you're going to get 15 times the experience. So a 200 experience Deathclaw suddenly gives you 3,000 experience. You're going to level up so fast, it's going to be insane. Having low intelligence is actually great for this as well, because the lower the int, the better your chance to proc Idiot Savant. And most people don't know this, but a 1 int build with Idiot Savant rank 2 is actually equal in experience gain overall to a 15 int build with Idiot Savant rank 2. Just think about that, guys. You're never going to have that much intelligence. You want to go low int. You can put 1 point into Medic later on. You're going to get the intelligence bobblehead from the Boston Public Library. Pretty easy to get. And this is going to be another thing you pretty much have to have. Stim packs from right away will restore all your health and work much more quickly. This will make the game very, very easy because you can heal. Assuming you don't get one shot, healing will not be a problem. Gun Nut is not necessary because item mods like weapon mods are de-leveled from the list, which means that you could at level 1 get an advanced, best receiver, best barrel, best everything on a weapon from any random survivor. You probably won't, but it can happen. The best weapons and stuff, you're gonna tend to find those on the more powerful enemies, the more powerful survivors, but that's not guaranteed. You could find an amazing plasma rifle or something on just some random survivor because maybe he just found it somewhere. The game is realistic like that. Frost is very realistic like that. Agility, just 1 because it's not a stealth build. If you want to go automatics, you can put 1 point in there from the bottom right at the wreck of the FMS North Star, I believe it's called. But I'm not going to take automatics this build because they're not good yet. Nagram has promised to change them to make them more appealing, but right now they're still the same and they're just not that great. For luck, Scrounger is good. You get more ammunition. Bloody Mess is good. It still works. You get more damage. Fortune Finder's okay as well. More cash and containers is fine. And Idiot Savant is pretty much mandatory. So those are the perks. Hope I didn't take too long there. Really quickly, let's go over the Sandy perk here. So this is unique to Frost. Basically, every human NPC that you kill will subtract 1 Sandy from your Sandy meter, starting at 100. When you reach 0, your character actually goes insane, and you will have some benefits as well as some downsides. Benefits include increased stealth ability and melee damage, but downsides will include horrible accuracy with all ranged weapons. There is one exception to that rule though, and that would be scoped ballistic weapons. Things like the assault rifle, combat rifle, hunting rifle. Those will all work just fine when they are scoped. However, you will notice quite a bit of sway in the scope. In order to stay sane, you'll have to do things like drink alcohol, which restores 1 sanity each. Any type of alcohol will do. And take certain drugs like Mentats, which can restore up to 6 sanity with the Warrior Monk perk. It's up to you whether or not you want to stay sane. In Dust, the predecessor to Frost that is in the Fallout New Vegas game, there were other effects that went with insanity, like hallucinations, random teleportation, and other nasty effects, but those have not yet been implemented into Frost. I'm going to go on the top here on the roof real quick. There is an easily accessible safe up here. It's locked behind a novice terminal, so we can get into that pretty easily. If we're really, really lucky, I have seen antibiotics in this safe before, so if we're very, very lucky, we might see some antibiotics here. Check in the trash cans for bottles. Those are always useful for making purified water. Let's see what we got. Well, we got a lot of drugs, and we got some nice stuff, that's for sure, but we did not get antibiotics, which would have been nice, but that's okay. Still got some nice stuff there. Stim Pack and a Radaway, those can be game-changing early on. I mean, when you need to heal, you need to heal. And if you screw up and you've taken a lot of rads, it's a pretty big deal. Now, there's a vendor that sells stim packs and radaways and mentats and all kinds of good stuff, but he's over in Diamond City, and he's quite a ways away. Or not Diamond City, he's over in Boston, quite a ways away, so we're not going to see him for a while. So in here, we're going to run into some turrets, and we're going to want to make sure we take those out. So let me just go ahead and sneak around the corner here. See, right there is one. We should be able to one-shot or close to one-shot them with this thing, but hitting them is going to be the challenge. And not just because my accuracy is not good, because your character's accuracy is actually garbage too. There we go, one shot. Two shots, very good. Didn't take too much damage. So these all drop that 10mm rounds, and get all these bottles here. Come on, trash can. Work with me. Work with me, trash can. They're all very, very helpful, of course, because we have the 10mm pistol. It's one of the reasons I like going here early on, because we're going to get so many of those. Very helpful. Turpentine here. Nothing in those ammo boxes, unfortunately. We can craft up some more bandages here if we want. I need more antiseptic. Okay, never mind. Oh, there's some more bottles. We'll take that. The military-grade circuit board is worth a bit there for selling. Ooh, a spotlight turret. Nice. It's worth selling. But although it's worth a bit, it's very heavy as well, so that's why I'm not taking it. Okay, so we got enough to make a bandage here. Bandages do restore health, but they restore it very, very slowly over time. And I want to make sure I'm not using up... Yeah, I don't want to use up any of my money for bandages. I don't really want to use up the pack of cigarettes either. Those are worth money too. There we go, that's fine. Duct tape and Boston Bugle is fine. We'll do that. Remember, once you've used one of these, to go in here and pick up the things that you want out of it as well. I'll leave the steel, but I'll take everything else. Just take all that stuff. Okay, so down here is where you're actually supposed to go. Gonna hit this control switch here. Just like the normal quest, but there's no actual quest. You'll hear the mutt crabs in there actually dying. They're dying from radiation, actually, so they do die from radiation, which I don't know how to feel about that, I guess, but it is what it is. There's a turret right over here. God, the aim is just so bad. One more shot here, and we can dump this railway rifle. Got it. Good. Alright, we're going to dump this thing. It's way too heavy to keep with us, but it served its purpose. We got some good shots out using it, so... Now I've got this, so I'm going to actually use this because it has way better accuracy compared to the heavy one, and plus this reflex sight makes it so much easier to use. It really, really does. Even though there's less damage, it makes it way easier to use. There's one more turret over here we gotta kill. Damn, taking hits. It's okay, go ahead and use a bandage here. Keep missing. Your accuracy in Frost is just atrocious. It really is. Especially from this far away. Even though I'm actually hitting it here, like I should be hitting it, my accuracy is just freaking terrible. And I could just spam and shoot a whole bunch of shots, but I don't want to do that. I can't afford to waste this ammo. Come on, turret. Come on, gun. Shoot straight. Thank God. That should be the last really hard one that we have to do. The rest of them should be much easier than that. Okay, so that's that. There is some stuff down here we want to get, though, which is why I went ahead and took that out. So yeah, we got 5 from that. We got a railway spike back, too. I don't know if I'll... I guess I could take my spikes back and use my rifle again, if I had to. Antifreeze bottle and a Braxo are both good. A Braxo is good mainly for the fact that you can make mentats with that, and mentats are very important for managing your sanity. Okay, I think that's all that's here. Of course, the experience is nice as well from killing that stuff. So you can see I am gaining back some health. So here's a mining helmet. It's going to be useful. Go ahead and pop that thing on, take off our cowboy hat here. Even though it is stylish, the mining helmet is useful because normally you don't have a light. You don't technically have a Pip-Boy in Frost because you're not a vault dweller. You're not from the vault. You're just some guy that survived the war. so it wouldn't be accurate to have your character wearing a Pip-Boy. So if you want light, you'll have to find a mining helmet or use a mod or a lantern or something to give you a flashlight, give you that ability. Alright, so we're going to encounter a couple more turrets over here. Right over here is one. This is so close it shouldn't be any issue. Kill it. There we go, leveled up. A lot of shots there, but I mean, we're getting experience, you know, we're leveling up. It's good. It's good stuff. Next perk we're going to put in is probably going to be rooted for some damage resist and more melee and unarmed attack damage. Both quite good. I could try to just peek around this corner and shoot this guy, but I think instead, we also got a full heal if you notice. I think instead I'm just going to try to Rambo this thing as well as I can. So here goes. Okay, shot 4 shots, got 5 back. No damage taken, free experience. Good stuff. Got one more over here. 3 shots, and we get 6 back. Very good. Go ahead and hit this. And yeah, looks like the muck crabs are all dead down there. Just proceed through here as you normally would. Now, of course, there are 2 turrets right over here, and neither one is targetable or killable until you actually lower this thing down here. So it's going to get kind of dicey here. As soon as I hit this, they're going to go down. Looking to see what I have here. I've got a Molotov. A Molotov will kill these very quickly, and I could hit one of these pretty easily from here with the Molotov. So hopefully that kills it. We'll see. Yep, we got it. Either that was an idiot savant proc or I got 2 of them there. We'll see. Should also be another turret in here. Oh! How did this one die? Did that kill this too? Well, I'm not going to say it makes sense, but I'm not going to complain either. It's fine with me. Free ammo is always nice. There should be one more over there as well. Make sure you go back through here and get all the eggs. Just be careful of that turret if it's still there. These will not actually hatch. So one is down. No, they're oh my god, that's amazing. Okay guys, pro tip, if you have a Molotov and you toss it to this one, it kills both of those turrets as well as the turret inside of here. That's actually amazing. I'm actually like really impressed with myself on that one. Did not plan for that, but man, will I take it. That's great. Okay, so get the ammo on this. Gold-plated flip lighter, those are also worth money. Anything that's like gold-plated or has gold in the title is going to be worth money. So from here, we've got to go over to here and actually go inside. To do that, I'm going to kind of hop onto here. You can't get in through the window, but I want to be in this irradiated water for as little time as possible because you do take lots of rads from that. Just want to get out of there as quick as you can. Don't forget there are 2 mentats here with the Warrior Monk perk that is 12 sanity. Very much worth picking up. There is the next to last one. It'll allow us to the lowest level here in the Western Water Treatment Plant. Make sure you get all of these wonderful eggs. Should be... Just make sure you don't accidentally drink the water. It's the main thing, because it's really easy to drink water on accident here. If you do accidentally hit one of these and you end up drinking water instead, you can hit tab and it will interrupt the water drinking. You don't want to drink the dirty water, guys. You'll get an infection or some kind of bad disease and you'll be in really bad shape. There are eggs back here and there. They're kind of hard to see, so you want to make sure you get all of them. Those eggs are like gold to us for early on survival because they weigh very little and they give you lots of satiety for hunger. They fill your character up really well. So just make sure You've gotten all those. Go ahead and hit this, it's fine. Make sure we've not missed any here. Got a couple more. Nope, nope. See what I did? Right there. I was going to drink. Just hit tab. You interrupt it. Nope! For the love of God. You see what it does? You see what it's doing to me, guys? Take the egg. Don't drink the dirty water. Stupid character. Doesn't know what's good for him, man. Okay, that should be good. You can go ahead and fill your bottles here, though, if you want. We're going to go up top, and well, it doesn't matter. We'll wait until we get to the cooking thing. There's a tiny little cooking station just north of here. We're going to go to and cook up some dirty water with the bottles that we have, as well as the Mirelurk eggs, and we'll make some Mirelurk omelets, and then we'll be in good shape. So that should be pretty much everything in here. I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and go to the surface here. Now that the water has receded, we can explore the surface further. I did get the last pump, right? Yeah, I did, because you can't activate it anymore. Okay, good to go. So I think despite having that really awful aim and missing that one turret many times, we did come out pretty much ahead. Our aim is made worse by the fact that the 10mm just doesn't have very good aim to begin with, so I put on my bladed knuckles here again for the time being. Now there should be... These are worth disarming, by the way, just for the experience early on. Should be a missile launcher over here that you want to make sure you don't accidentally trip, as well as all the stuff in here. Take that bottle. I think I took multiple things I didn't want there on accident. Take the Boston Bugle. Silver Locket, also worth taking. Nuka Cherry is also good. The only downside about, besides the rads, right here is that tripwire and that missile launcher. The only downside about drinking Nuka-Cola is it also makes you hungry. So it doesn't, I mean, it's still worth drinking if you don't have anything else, but ideally you just want water. Okay, we're never going to be able to carry this missile launcher, so we're not going to take it with us. We don't have any missiles for it anyway, so not a big deal. That should be all of that. I think that's it. There is that sack full of stuff that we left over here that has the extra weapons and stuff. Let's go ahead and get that stuff over here. Yes, this guy... totally bugged out. This happens sometimes, guys. I don't know what to say. Frost is not perfect. It does. There are errors. These guys should have been active and out here, so I could have killed them, but it's not a huge deal. Let's go ahead and get our combat rifle, all of our ammo here. I'm not going to worry about this pipe pistol. We can find better than that pretty easily. Man, this assault rifle is nice, but I don't have very much ammo for it, and super heavy. I think in terms of what I'll use in the immediate future, probably the combat rifle or the 10mm pistol. Not going to have room for much else. So yeah, even being as sparing as I was picking up stuff, I've still got way more stuff than I can carry. Primarily in this dirty water and mutt crab eggs. I think I will, I'll have to leave some stuff down here and come back and pick it up later. I guess this one we'll leave down here. It puts me at just barely enough carry weight to go up top, up north. So okay, from here, we're going to go up to the Beantown Brewery, and the best way to get there is to just go up along the edge of this lake here, then go down in through this way. So we'll find a cooking station up around here as well. Now there will be a couple rad stags over here that you probably don't want to mess with, to be honest. They're skull level. They're just called deer in here, but they're skull level, and yeah, they will mess you up. And they run ridiculously fast in Frost. They have like it's odd. They just kind of glide out of the ground like insanely fast. Once I cook up these mutt crab eggs, I will be really, really good to go. Like, we'll have plenty of carry weight and stuff. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to drop off all of my mutt crab eggs in here, as well as my purified water. And then we'll just go ahead and fill all of our nice bobby pin. Bobby pins are also pretty rare in Frost, so don't use them lightly. Go ahead and fill up my water bottles over here. Flares are also nice. So yeah, just fill up your water over here. Okay, now we're going to go over here and we're going to make up all of our omelets. You'll see these actually give you AP as well as healing you, and they only weigh 0.1. Guys, best survival food. Best survival food ever. Go ahead and cook them all up. That's going to keep us full for a long time here. I don't think I have anything else to really make here at the moment. We'll make some purified water. Alright, well I've still got light here. I'm going to go ahead and run down south and grab my other stuff. And ferry it up here real quick. Gonna drop off anything that's not super important for the immediate future for me. Okay, gonna run back down to Western real quick and get the rest of my stuff, bring it up here, and then we're gonna go in and kill a bunch of survivors at the Beantown Brewery, and that will give us access to literally like hundreds of empty bottles and beer, which will be useful for sanity. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and dump off my excess stuff here. Gonna grab my 45 rounds here. That 45 rifle is gonna have a lot better accuracy, and it'll be a lot easier to use against those survivors in there. Could go across over here, but you'd have to go around the back. It's actually, I think, a little bit quicker to go this way. I want to check some stuff on the way here anyway. Might find a gold-plated pocket watch or something on the way here. It'll be worth picking up and selling later on. We will be going to the downtown, the metro area pretty quickly here. Although you have to go through some stuff before you get in. Got some IEDs and stuff around here too. That's Cambridge right up there, and that area is just infested with ghouls. And they're quite dangerous. I don't really recommend going over there right away. But an IED or two could be very helpful. And I do think I can grab these without any real issue. Notice how quickly they beep. They blow up like 2 or 3 times faster in Frost than they do in Vanilla. I don't know how Nagra managed that, but yeah, they blow up real quick. You want to be pointing your cursor at them and just spamming that button, because if you don't, man, you're dead. You are dead so quick. I guess I don't want to go up into Cambridge too much here. There is a lot of good loot up here, but it's just infested with ghouls, and when you aggro one, you're gonna aggro like the horde, like all of them, and it's not really a good time. Besides, we just want some water and stuff right now. So let's go over to the side door here at the Beantown Brewery, and the first guy we're gonna kill in here, he should be sleeping, and we can just kill him with a melee hit here. No need to waste any bullets on him. Rise and shine, senor. Was you or me, buddy? You or me. Now, I should be able to sleep here, actually. Yep, I could sleep here. We could save here if we wanted to. So we've got some Gwinnett brews over here and a bunch of bottles as well. I'm gonna collect all these bottles.
Someone there?
Of course, there are more people over there. It's like somebody just ran over their own trap. Let's go ahead and get a beer here, make up for our sanity loss from killing that guy, as well as just some extra strength. Why not? Let's see. It's a decent chest piece, but I don't think it's going to be better. Those two together are not going to be better than my current, so I'm going to put them in here for now. We'll undoubtedly find more armor in here as well. Let's go ahead and get 1 hour of sleep.
Who's out there?
Of course, now we're tired. That's going to be a problem, but for now, we're going to deal with it. We're just going to deal with it.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know. Jumping in shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess.
Now don't start talking crazy.
I actually want to aggro these guys. There we go. Got to level up. That's good. Third point, definitely going into Wanderer here. Take less damage, more carry weight. Even though we don't get anything more than that, it's absolutely worth it. See melee?
Hide from me? You're dead.
Get good at melee, guys. Get good at melee. Will definitely save your life. This is pretty good stuff.
Only a fucking coward hides.
Okay, let's get outfitted here. So, bladed tire iron is a pretty good weapon. Go ahead and use that for now. Drop our Federation fatigues.
Show your face. Come on.
Creep me out, man. Alright, let's see what we got here for apparel. This is a lot less damage resist, but the weight of 6.2 versus 12.5. I'd say that the extra, yeah, this is worth it. The pocketed mod is pretty nice on this, though. This will actually pay for itself in terms of carry weight with that pocketed mod, or just about carry for itself. Left leg, that's probably worth using the better one there. This next guy will probably have a ranged weapon.
No sign of him now.
Just not sure where he is.
Huh?
He must be downstairs. So weapons workbench here as well, which is pretty helpful. That Gwinnett brew recipe you can feed to the robot.
There we go.
It's over, I believe it's the Irish tap or whatever. You can feed that to him, and he'll make them for you. The more recipes you have, the more beer you get, like every refresh cycle. Just like every couple of days or so, he'll make more for you. This guy has to be over here. Don't want that shotgun, but I'll disarm it for the experience and any ammo that might be in there.
Okay.
Everything's starting to sound like footsteps these days.
He sounds like he's upstairs, but I mean I don't see him anywhere. I gotta clear this place before I actually do anything else. It's not safe to be running around here. Can I sleep here? I'll sleep here for an hour. I'm gonna be very tired from all this sleeping, but the saving is necessary. Where in the heck did this guy go?
What the fuck was that?
Is he in the elevator?
This ain't over.
Frank. Come on, Frank. Hiding in the elevator. Okay. I see how it is. Frank's journal. Frank has a pretty interesting story. They're setting up kind of a scavenging post over here. I'm not going to go through it right now because this is more of a tutorial video on how to kind of get yourself set up in Frost, but the lore of Frost is all very interesting. It's all good stuff. Should definitely check it out. Okay, so I can't get that open. I don't think this opens that either, unfortunately, so no luck there. But now we've got this whole place we can loot. There are some guys upstairs, though. There should be, at least. Make sure I get those taken care of. If you go over through here.
Hey! I think someone's out there.
You think? Just open a door. Oh, I should be using the bladed tire iron, shouldn't I? There we go.
Oh, hell no!
Got a hit on me. That's how we take care of that. Unfortunate I got hit there, but it's okay. Okay, there's not too much up here, but I just want to take care of any remaining guys in here. That way they don't wander down and end up fighting me or something or causing problems later on. I could open this, but there's really not that much in there, to be honest. At least I don't think there is. If you do open something, man, if you only have one bobby pin, you gotta be careful. It's really difficult to do. So at this point, I'm gonna go through here and actually loot everything and then show you what I have after looting everything. Because we're gonna have a whole bunch of bottles and water and a whole bunch of beer, a whole bunch of food, and kind of a place to come back and crash to. So we're gonna be in really good shape. Alright guys, well that's gonna just about wrap this up. So at this point we've got plenty of alcohol. We can kill quite a few survivors before we start really seeing a drop in sanity. Just drink one of these for every survivor you kill. Just always keep some alcohol on you. You will, 100% you will get addicted to alcohol. It's not a big deal. There's so much alcohol in the world, you're going to be drinking constantly, and it's good for the bonus to strength anyway, so it's not really a big deal. Plus it removes rads, so, I mean, it's not a lot, but it adds up over time. So just, drink alcohol nonstop. You're going to become a drunkie. That's all there is to it. I've got about 18 purified water left here, as well as a whole bunch of bottles left. I didn't even do all the bottles, so yeah, I've got plenty of purified water if we need it here. I left them like this because I didn't feel like pressing R 82 times and waiting for it every time it fills up. We've got some stuff that's worth selling here, like the money, as well as the gold-plated flip lighter and the packs of cigarettes. Silver stuff is always good. Those are the things you want to pick up. Silver locket, silver pocket watch, same thing for the gold stuff. Gold locket and pocket watch. Gold-plated flip lighters are also worth a bit, as you can see there. Eventually you're going to want to pick up stuff that has screws in it, as well as some other stuff for crafting weapons, but, whatever. Worry about that later. I'm not going to go into that too much in this video. As far as what I would do next, I would probably proceed down through here, kind of going along the coast. Probably down through here then, towards Andrew Station. And set up a temporary base at Andrew Station. There'll be some survivors over there, some Alliance volunteers over there, but they're actually fighting with like some survivors and some turrets and stuff, and they're going to kill each other for the most part if you're lucky, and you'll just have to deal with one or two of them. You can enter the metro through there and kind of make your way back up towards the Boston Public Library and explore the tunnels. You'll actually run into the area where you're supposed to start in. If you start in the access tunnels, you'll get back to there and clear those areas out and stuff, and eventually you'll get to the Boston Public Library. You can go in there through the metro, and just be aware there are about, 100 or so ghouls in there. Pretty epic battle between the Federation and all those ghouls. Lots of experience. The intelligence bobblehead is there, so you can go ahead and pick up that medic perk, which will be very important once you have the intelligence. But if you're worried about experience, don't worry about it, because most alcohol will reduce your intelligence by at least 1, so you'll be back at 1 technically, but you will have the benefit of getting the medic perk. So that's where I would go, is down to there. Proceed to Boston Public Library and clear out the metro system. Get the key, the upper blue line gate key, and then proceed the other way through the metro towards Valenti Station, which is downtown in Frost. And that's where the majority of the vendors, as well as there's a bed, and all the friendly people in Frost basically are over at Valenti Station down in downtown there. Kind of make yourself a nice little home there, store your stuff there. It'll be your permanent base. And from here, you can strike out and explore, pretty much the whole map. You've got the most populated areas are right around here. There are a couple of vendors I want to point out here. The first one is going to be I believe it's right about here. That will be Slim, and he is right beside Hester's Consumer Robotics. He's a ghoul drug dealer, and he's vanilla. He is a vanilla NPC. I'm not sure if Nagram forgot to remove him, or if he's there on purpose. However, he does have way more stock than on vanilla, so I would say he's probably there on purpose. But he sells tons of stim packs and rataways. We're talking like 20 plus stim packs and rataways. Usually has between 4 and 6 mentats, as well as a dick doll and all kinds of other stuff. Only thing he doesn't have is antibiotics. Does not have any antibiotics. If you want those, you'll have to go. Oh, I think it's. Gosh, there's a female ghoul vendor. I want to say she's up in here somewhere. I forget though. Maybe west of Lexington somewhere. If you've ever been out in this area, there's a female ghoul doctor. She lives in a shack above this giant pool of like radioactive waste, and she does sell antibiotics. However, to get to her, you may have to walk up into her shack, which will give you a ridiculous amount of rads. Like, she can literally cure you of rads, and by the time the animation is done, you're like halfway full of rads already. It's that bad. It really, really is that bad. Opal is... It's hard to point out exactly where she is, but she's over, I believe, along this road somewhere. If you go past, I think it's... I'm going to mispronounce this again. Somebody told me how to pronounce it, but I'm going to butcher it again. Faunile Hall? The Fan Hall? Yeah, if you go by that, she's like just past that. If you go south from Valenti Station and take the alley that's directly south of Valenti, and just keep looking on the right, You'll eventually see a small alley and you'll hear a machine gun turret. Don't shoot that turret. Go up the stairs, a little fire escape stairs at the top. Opal's up there on top. She's just marked as a survivor, but her name's Opal, and she will sell you tons of ammo and great weapons too. Conveniently located just south of Lunty Station. So, and she has mentats and stuff sometimes too, as well as stim packs and rataways, and sometimes alcohol too. She's like the best vendor in the game, pretty much. So that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see more Frost, give it a like, subscribe. Helps me out so much, and I will see you in the Commonwealth.